We will now call the December 13th Caribou City Council meeting to order. Uh, We're meeting tonight and that we canceled last night's meeting. So, first thing on the agenda is public input. Anyone that has any input on any of the agenda items or anything else? And we'll leave the Fort Fairfield deal till it's on the agenda. All right, any conflicts of interest from any of the councilors on any of the agenda items tonight? No? Consider authorized minutes of the following meetings: October 17th, 2016 Budget Forum, October 18th, 2016 Budget Forum, and November 28th, 2016 Council Workshop.
So moved.
Second?
Any questions or comments on any of the minutes? All those in favor? Unanimous. Consent agenda tonight, we have the department reports, approval of a quick claim deed, and the November 2016 financials.
Move the slate.
Second. Any questions or comments on any of those? All in favor? Approved. Main Housing Home Modification for Seniors Program, and we have a young lady here with us tonight to talk about this a little bit. If you just come forward to the mic, please.
Okay, so I hope you can all hear me fine. It's a little shorter than the microphone. But, yep, as you said, it's called the home modification. Okay. Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
A little better? Okay. So home modification for seniors. So what's the importance, what's the goal about this? It's going to improve accessibility and safety in their homes. We're hoping that it'll help our seniors and disabled homeowners age in place longer. It's going to be cost effective all around. We recently built a new Meadows project that has 25 apartments for elderly housing, and it was close to $4 million, maybe a little over. And what we're planning to do is take $50,000 from a grant from Maine Housing and use that to go into the homes of local senior citizens and disabled homeowners and make minor modifications instead of building all these housing, buildings that we can't really afford. It's so expensive. So we're one of 5 housing authorities that have volunteered to pilot this program. It's only going to be 2 years. Bath, Southern Portland, Westbrook, and Old Town are the other housing authorities that will be participating in this pilot program. First, the process is going to be, this is our advertising. It'll be on glossy paper. We have 200 printed out so far. And it's going to give a small description of what the program is, eligibility. So it's going to be for anyone who's 60 years or older. They must own their own home or live in a home owned by a relative. We're going to try and branch out to 25 miles outside of Fort Fairfield, so Presque Isle, Limestone, hopefully Caribou if you guys wouldn't mind us coming into your jurisdiction. There's going to be an annual household income, so for one person it would be under $40,000, for 2, $45,700, for 3, $51,400, and so forth. On the back, you'll see what the program work categories are. So these are things that we'll go into the home and check for. It'll be myself and a maintenance member who will go in and do an initial assessment once the homeowner has called us and contacted us and filled out an application. We'll check for smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, water heaters, set points. We'll check in the bathroom, the kitchen for shower wands, things that will make their life in the home easier, say if they can't get around, or if they need a shower wand to just bathe easier, things like that. We're looking to install handrails on both sides of a staircase. Say they only have one, we'll install a second so they can go up the stairs easier. Doorknobs, lighting, we want to definitely improve lighting if there isn't enough. Kind of reduce the tripping hazards, falling hazards. We'll do minor repairs to flooring and screen doors. We have our contact information on the bottom. So, as I said, advertising will be through the flyers. Homeowner will contact us and I'll determine eligibility after they've submitted an application. We'll do an initial assessment. A work plan will be made by myself and the maintenance and the homeowner. And we really don't want to go in and intrude. We don't want to be bossy. We're going to sit there and have a discussion and talk to them, what do you want us to do? What would you like us to fix? Because we don't want to come off kind of demanding. It's really participant driven, and we want them to know that we're there because we care about them, and we want them to be safe. Once the work order and work plan is determined, we'll set up a date for the maintenance team to go in and do the work. Always teams of 2, no less, just better that way. After the work has been done, the maintenance leader will determine, if they're satisfied, they're happy with what we did. 6 months later, we'll perform a follow-up assessment where I go in and I ask them, has your quality of life improved? Do you fall less? That kind of stuff. So that's kind of a general overview of our program. Any questions? I know I kind of rushed.
Dollar limit per household?
Oh yeah, we're aiming to only spend $1,500 per household.
No cost?
And yeah, it's free to the homeowner. That's a big one.
I guess one of my big questions is how many people does the Fort Fairfield Housing Authority maintenance staff have?
We have 3.
Three.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see where this could be very popular with a lot of people, and 3 people, I'm not sure, especially if they're gonna be traveling to Presque Isle and Caribou and Limestone and everywhere else. You're talking about 1-year waiting list or something maybe.
We're looking to do 20 homes the first year.
Yeah.
And we're trying to prove to Maine Housing that this is a program that is needed above and beyond the money limits that they've put to it now. And that this program would benefit a lot of people all over the state.
Oh, there's no question. But you said 20 homes a year?
The 20 homes the first year.
Would you not have 20 homes in Fort Fairfield that would want to take?
We totally could, but we want to just open up our radius to other places as well.
We're willing to share.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand that. I'm just saying that, when you open this up and we say, yes, Caribou would participate, which I can't see why we wouldn't, but, and then I can see people calling here and saying, geez, I applied for this thing and it's been a year and there still hasn't been anybody here. What's going on? When are they coming to do these things, to put this handrail up for me to get downstairs?
Well, we would determine a time. We would have it scheduled. I don't know, I don't really expect.
I don't think you're following what I'm saying, but.
No, I do, I understand.
Do you see that happening, Lisa? People that put in for this and want to have some of these things done, and then if they're only going to do 20 homes a year, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you had 200 homes in the first year that apply that would want things done in their house.
Well, we have 50,000, so if some homes take less than the 1,500, then wonderful, we have more money to put towards someone else. So it's kind of going to depend on what level of modifications need to be done. That'll also affect how many homes we can do. But yeah, I see your point.
I do understand what you're saying. Probably what they'll probably have to do is similar like Section 8 of public housing, is once they get applications start coming in, is either A, they'll have to have some sort of criteria on demand, who's needs the most, is it simple, just a handrail versus big modifications, or they may have to create a waiting list.
We do have
Yeah.
referrals for other local businesses. USDA, they do home repairs as well, and their turnaround is 30 days. So they can also do what we can do. So if we run out of space, then we can refer them out to ACAP, Alpha One, USDA.
So what do you see required from us other than council saying, yes, it's fine to include us in this project? Is there any work required from our people here?
No, it wouldn't be. We just wanted to have your permission to come into your jurisdiction and let you know that we'll be around if you want us to be. We don't want to just come in.
Fort Fairfield contacted me, Wayne Trapey, the director, about a month ago, as he was in the process of building his business plan, and what his concern was is would he have permission to come into our jurisdiction versus just with Fort Fairfield. At that time, I had given him a verbal consent. I said, I see no problem with it. I think it's a great idea. This is the reason we're here tonight, city council members also being the Caribou Housing Agency's Board of Commissioners.
Yeah.
Just to dot all the i's, cross all the t's, they're not requesting anything in writing, just a verbal consent to come into our jurisdiction. And all they're gonna request of us probably is once she provides the information, is pamphlets, applications, if we can have them accessible in our office. Families come in and either see me, Jane, code enforcement, we could just hand them out and say, fill it out, go see Fort Fairfield. Or just an extra resource for them.
No. Yeah, that's my question, whether it's going to be right to Fort Fairfield or
It's right to
it's
Fort
going to be
Fairfield.
funneled back through here.
No, no, everything's going right to them. We're
All
just
right.
handing out, helping them hand out material and advertising.
Yeah. Councilor Martin?
Will every applicant get a response? Like, yes, we
Yes.
can, no, we can't, yes, we can, but it might be next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll all get a response.
Yep, every one of them.
Thank you.
Is,
Councilor McDonough.
is are the income levels, are they gross or is that adjusted?
I believe gross, yeah.
Gross?
Gross.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
they're set a little higher than the average, so it includes more people.
Any other questions?
I don't have a question, but I just got a comment. I think that this is a good idea, and I think also there are a lot of things on here that are quick fixes. You know, so it's not gonna,
It might not take the whole 15
right,
minutes.
yeah. I mean, you know, if they want grab bars or something like that, a lot of these are quick fixes that aren't gonna take very long. So I can see probably that you would get you'd be able to do your 20 houses.
Anything else? Can we get a motion here?
So moved. Support it.
All right, thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
All those in favor? You're
Now
all
you-
set?
Now you can thank us.
So done.
Thank you.
Guess I don't qualify.
The next item, fuel tanks at Public Works. And I think everybody's probably read the options here.
Mayor Aiken, I move that we accept option one as presented from the Public Works Director. That probably seems the most feasible of the three recommended.
Second?
Any questions, comments? All those in favor? Approved. So we will go ahead with that this year.
Dave has
He
You
still
want to
wants,
make a comment,
he
Mr.
still wants to talk.
Thank you, Lane.
Ambulance contracts. Mr. Susie's not here tonight, huh?
No, he officer meeting scheduled. Yeah. So we need to renew our ambulance contracts with the contract communities. All the information in the contracts is the same. The prices there are listed, sample contracts on the following pages. We simply need council approval.
Just got one quick question regarding the ambulance one. There was no increase in the
Correct.
ambulance ones, just in the fire.
Just in the fire.
Is there a reason we didn't have an increase in the ambulance one?
We increased last year by a decent amount to stay competitive when in the area. We decided to not recommend an increase.
Are we lower or are we higher than?
We're slightly under.
Okay. What are council's wishes?
Move to accept.
Second.
All those in favor? Ambulance contract passed. Fire protection?
Same thing, we're increasing the fees here 3%. For 2017, Westmoreland has opted not to use Caribou for the fire protection, so we're simply contracting with Woodland, New Sweden, and Connor.
What was the Westman land?
Just over $10,000, I believe.
But we're gonna cover them for the ambulance for $713.
Correct, because the ambulance is based on the per capita. It's a per capita
Yeah.
fee for ambulance coverage.
What would council like to do on the fire contract?
Move to accept.
Second?
All those in favor? Pass. Other business?
I have one more item here. Map 31 lot 169A was tax acquired. We put it out for sale previously. We received no bids. A person came in, they're interested. Willie Rentals LLC is interested in buying it for the previously advertised amount. So we have a quick quantity here for them if the council would approve that.
Motion to,
Second.
What was the price on the house?
1,100.
All those in favor? Approved.
Nothing on the other one?
Not yet.
Do we have any idea how many lots we actually have in Caribou, housing lots that are suitable lots, that have the
That are
size, proper size and everything else?
owned by the
buildings we've
city,
torn down and-
or
Buildable lots?
Buildable lots
how many buildable lots we have in the city?
that we own, the city owns.
I know earlier this year we gave the council a list of all the property that we had, and I think it had most of that information on there if they were buildable or not. We've sold several since then, so I don't have a number right off the top of my head.
Several of those were sold to the adjoining landowner because they weren't
Yeah, most of
buildable,
them.
correct? Right, because it was just.
Some of the unbuildable ones.
Yeah.
I think,
Buildable ones.
I think most of them that have gone, whether they're buildable or not, have been adjoining landowners.
Right.
I mean, I had a thought process about, should we consider giving them away? You know, should we have a big
The last-
national giveaway deal for free house lot?
The last time these were put out for bid, a lot of them were put out for $1, so they're still sitting with us, and we've
Yeah, but
contacted
if we
the
give them
abutting
away, we
neighbors.
might have a bunch of people move here, want, get a free lot, and build a house. I mean, there'd have to be a requirement that you'd have to build within 18 months or whatever, but I don't know. You know, because by rights, we should be maintaining these lots, you know, cutting the grass and doing all that stuff, and, boy, I'd rather just, you know, if somebody wanted them. You know, I read, there was a thing on, I think it was on the MSN website, I saw that. A place over in Halifax, near Halifax in Nova Scotia. People that run a store in a small town, they're trying to get people to come there and work, and they're offering them 2-acre lots. Geez, they've got 10,000 people now that have applied to come there, and they're doing a reality TV show. They've had 10 different producers from 10 different reality TV shows that have come in and want to do a reality TV show about it, so.
Couldn't even get them to come back.
We get a lot of, yeah, we might get a lot of publicity if we did it, I don't know.
That might be something to look at when after the end of January, after we figure out,
We might have a few more lots, yeah.
we might have a few
Yeah.
more, or a few less.
Anyway, like I say, I mean, just, because rightly so, I mean, we should be looking after them. If there are lots, we should be making sure the grass is cut and everything else. I mean, that's a big job, and it probably gets to be quite expensive too. If there's as many of them as I think, I don't know, maybe there isn't, but. Anyway, anybody else have any other business tonight? Counselor Martin?
Yes, the legislators have until, I think, this Friday to submit bills. So could you ask again our representative to submit those bills about state mandates
Yep.
that are unfunded?
Yep.
And if you get, which I expect, the same response you've had in the past, could you ask our senator?
I will ask both of them at the same time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else? Adjourn.
You should wish the city a Merry Christmas.
Wish the city a Merry Christmas.
This is-
Everybody in the city.
This is our last meeting.
That's true too. We're not back again, are we? There's only one this month, yeah. Well, to all the citizens of Caribou and the surrounding areas, Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year too, because we won't be back before then either. We have an organizational city council meeting on January the 3rd, and then we have regular city council meetings on January the 9th and January the 23rd, so.
I have one question.
And we had, oh, I thought you would move to adjourn.
Yeah, okay, I'll ask the question after, it doesn't have anything to do with.
Well, go ahead and ask.
Well, it was
the
just a
question.
question about the upcoming, only the new counselors have to take that MMA training, or do we?
Correct, it's once, the training is good for one term, the freedom of access training, so.
It's good for one
you're
term,
set.
because I wasn't sure if I read it
Yeah.
correctly. That's all.
Yeah, but you can do that yourself.
You can do it
You go
yourself.
online and do
Yeah, you
it.
can go online and do it.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure, because I thought there was something 18 months, or I might not read it correctly.
All right, we're adjourned. Did we adjourn?
I
We
moved
didn't-
to adjourn.
You didn't vote.
Vote? All in favor of adjournment? We're adjourned. Thank you very much.